What's up, everybody? ArrgThePirate here, and today we're going to play a little Mercury in the jungle. Now, Mercury is one of my favorite gods, and guys, I just love the assassin role. I love the jungle, and Mercury is awesome. So, let's go over his build first. Now, I'm going Assassin's Blessing, Chalice of Healing, Boots, and Aegis for my starting 1500 gold. And then I'm going to build into Warrior Tabby, Hasten Katana, Stone Cutting Sword, Wind Demon, Blood Forge, Mantle of Discord, and then I've got Potions of Physical Might and a Sentry Ward to fill out that, 12 slots. Now let's go over his kit. Fastest God Alive is his passive. For every unit traveled, Mercury gains 0.1% physical power bonus. On his next basic attack, max to 50%. Mercury also gains additional physical power equal to 25% of his movement speed from items or abilities. So you don't get that from the buff, but hey, pick up a bunch of movement speed items and hey, you're sitting pretty. Now, his number one made you look. Mercury moves in the blink of an eye, dealing one melee attack to every enemy within a target area. Now, that's important. This is a melee attack, so it does work with your passive. And each hit may trigger an item effect from the basic attacks and can critical hit. So, guys, this thing can hit like an absolute truck, and it's got 60% power scaling as well. So, Mercury just hits hard, guys. Maximum Velocity is his number 2. It's a passive that Mercury gains increased movement speed. His active is Mercury gains increased attack speed and ignores movement speed slows for the duration. Special Delivery is his number 3. Mercury dashes forward, knocking minions aside, grabbing the first enemy god he encounters them, and spinning them. The god takes damage until the effect ends, and then you throw the god in the direction Mercury is facing. And guys, you can use this to wave clear minions, but really, it's a solid CC, and you can really use it to isolate an enemy and kind of throw them back into your team. Lastly, we have his ultimate, Sonic Boom. Mercury gathers energy for a powerful dash with the range extending as he does. So the longer you hold it down, or the longer it stays active, the further it goes. He travels the distance faster than the speed of sound, dealing damage to all enemies and stunning them, and it spins them around in random direction. Guys, this is awesome. So he's got quite a bit of CC. You can use his ultimate paired with his 3 to really keep someone stunned for a very long time, allowing your team to capitalize on that. Also, he's got crazy movement speed, as well as he can dash across the entire map. If you need to get to the other lane, the end of the lane quickly, you can use your ultimate, do damage, and stun those enemies. I love his kit. I love everything about Mercury. He's definitely one of my favorite assassins. Now, coming up, we have one of the plays that I'm definitely starting to get aware of. That it seems to happen a lot more in Smite than it did in Paragon, and that's just the awareness of things. Now, we go in on that Thanatos, he gets out, we got his Aegis, hey, no problem, and I'm going to head over to our duo lane, or our solo lane, and, I'm thinking, hey, with Genghis Khan here, we should be able to take her out. We do get that kill, but, he just used his ultimate. I thought he was using his ult to get that gank and everything like that. Diving that tower with such a very low enemy, we could have definitely wrapped her up, but, it was just a miscommunication. I really got to learn that the pinging system, because, holding alt and clicking, that I love that. I love it when other people do it, but it doesn't say, hey, I'm ganking this lane, pay attention. And you could see there, if we would have had just a little bit of support, we probably would have survived that. It's unfortunate, but is what it is. Now, we're going to head to mid lane, kind of get mid lane situated. We've got to recover, it's 2-2 now. And, unfortunately, we did feed that solo laner. Even though we took her out, our solo laner is now at a disadvantage. Maybe not in level, but, with items, because she did back. So, that's pretty bad, but hey, hopefully we can turn that around. I'm going to go ahead and, she's under tower. We go ahead and get her stunned, and we're going to crank out some damage on her. You can see you need to lead that made you look. You have to lead it a little bit to, actually hit those enemies. And we're able to get quite a bit of poke on her. But, hey, she got out, no problem at all. Let's go ahead and get back into the jungle. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and take out this camp, and then I'm actually going to head to our duo lane. Unfortunately, we did just have a death, but my ADC has managed to secure a kill. We're going to rotate over, and you can see we keep their Rama. We just keep him stunned that whole time and allow our ADC to just tee off on him. You know, that's absolutely huge. That... Again, I can't tell you how much I like his kit. I really enjoy Mercury. He's really a attack-based hero, not so much as a kit. Although, you know, you do use his kit. It's really, you know, his damage comes from those basic attacks, and that's huge. Those are the type of junglers I like. You know, someone like Bassett or Circuit, yeah, so Bassett and Circuit, you know, they're great. They do a ton of damage, but they're more of that kit. You get off cooldown, you throw all your abilities, and then kind of get out. And I really like getting into the fight. You know, I want to punch people, and that's exactly what Mercury does. So we're going to continue going around in the jungle. You know, we cleared up. I am out of mana, though, so I'm going to go ahead and back and start working towards that hastened katana. Now, from here, we're going to head to mid. Now, guys, remember, pick up yellow buff as much as you can as the jungler. It helps so much. And our Guan Yu, Genghis Khan, he heads in, and we're able to get a little bit of work onto that Nemesis. And you can see I use my ultimate to close the distance, but not pass her up too far. We're able to get that stun, and we take her out, guys. Oh, awesome play. You know, that was great rotation by him, and sure enough, we're able to take her out, no problem. Now, from here, I'm going to continue just kind of running around, you know, cleaning up my jungle, you know, making sure it's secure, everything like that. We do have Opwash mid, and guys, I've got Opwash mastered, but I'm so bad with him. I've tried everything I can to play him well, and I'm just terrible with him. But, you know, I've had some success in Joust, things like that, but in Conquest, I'm awful. Now, I did try to go around Cerberus. I really wanted to get Rama there, but you can see I ended up getting him. Which, you know, hey, that's really not that big of a deal. They pull me into tower, but that's quite alright. We're able to take out that Cerberus, which is huge. I'm very low, though, so I need to get out, and I'm not going to risk hanging out, you know, making sure things happen. I am going to dip out, and that's one thing I see a lot of people not do. Guys, when you are low, get out. And, you know, that doesn't mean you have to go back to base. You can still go farm the jungle. You can see here that's what I'm doing. I'm letting my potions do work and heal me up. But you need to get out of that situation, because if you are pushed up to their tower, you're going to get rotated on. Now, from here, I'm going to go ahead and back, and I end up maxing out my hasten katana. And guys, I'm not good at leaving the base with an ability yet, because every time I do, I lose that mana. I need to just go and try it out and just keep trying it until I kind of figure out the, you know, prime spot to actually do that. I'm just awful at it. But I'm going to rotate over to our duo lane. You can see we've got some enemy presence, but hey, we just absolutely delete that Nemesis. We're going to be able to take out that Cerberus. We miss our Mage Look, which, guys, remember, you have to lead that. You have to put it where they're going to be, not where they are. That wouldn't have been able to kill him, but hey, you know, that's no problem. Let's get that lane shoved, and now we can rotate, maybe take out gold, maybe take out their void camp, or even their red buff. You know, there's no reason to push that tower, especially at these early stages. You know, the cooldowns are very low. Now I'm going to actually head back over to Rama, and we're going to get some work on him. We hit him with that Major Look, then we're able to take him out. Oh, that's absolutely awesome. I end up using my 2 to try to just dip out of this Thanatos. He misses his ult on me, but let's go ahead and flip this fight around. And sure enough, we're able to get some work done to him. But he's gonna. I'm not gonna be able to finish him off. Maybe our ADC can, you know, get a lucky shot in there and take him out. But hey, you know, leave that. There's no reason to chase that at that point. Now, Thanatos is another jungler that I'm just I'm not good with him. He's a decent hero, but I'm just terrible with him. I did pick up that void camp earlier. Oh, feels bad, man. You know, I didn't mean to do that, but we're gonna go ahead and go in on this Thanatos. Maybe we can get him low enough he can't contest. we take him out. We take him out like, what, are you kidding me? Oh man, Mercury's so good. We're gonna go ahead and, I was gonna ult there, but guys, if you don't judge the distance on that ultimate, you'll end up going into their tower, and that's never good. Now, if you see there, I waited till our Ares was able to pull Rama out of tower, and then I ended up stunning him with that follow-up, guys. We just delete their carry. We've shut their carry down quite a bit this match, and that's absolutely huge. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, do a little jungle invade, take out their red, and, you know, we end up actually ulting over to this Nemesis, and we take her out. Oh, don't lazy back, guys. Don't lazy back. We take her out. Oh, feels great, man. Unfortunately, we traded mid laners, but that's quite all right. I forget this chick's name. I've played her once or twice. I don't know who she is. I know she can backflip over you, and it makes it tough. But hey, we're able to box her out, and we end up getting that. Oh, 6-1, guys. 6-1. We're off to a great start. Now, I am low, even though I do have some chalices. I'm just going to go ahead and back. You know, it was a good time. I'm able to put on that stone-cutting sword, so, hey, we've got some movement speed, which, of course, with my passive, that's going to give me a little bit more power, and, you know, Mercury's all about running fast. Guys, I think that's my favorite thing. I love being able to just zoom around the map. And from here, we're going to head to mid. Unfortunately, our mid laner goes down there. I'm going to try everything I can to take her out. You know, she was kind of dipping. I was waiting for her to use her little cougar thing. And I'm going to end up diving this tower. I missed that ultimate. If I would have just hit that ultimate, we would have taken her out. She unfortunately gets away with it. Feels bad. But hey, no problem. We're going to hopefully get out of this. I'm going to use my 3 to run away from Thanatos. You know, he did just use his ultimate. So if I can avoid his abilities, hey, we should be free. Nemesis is right behind me now. So, you know, just keep running. Guys, if you see here, I'm not going to turn around until I'm all the way back where I feel safe. And that's absolutely huge. You know, one thing about Mercury is I could turn around, get a stun, and continue running, but that would slow me down. If I was able to turn around when they were under tower, we might be able to, you know, flip that fight and actually take out Nemesis. But don't turn around until you feel that you're a little bit safe enough to. Now, unfortunately, they took my yellow camp, which, you know, hey, that's to be expected. It's definitely worth staying alive and losing it. But we're going to head to Pyromancer, and we're actually able to take it out, and then I'm going to head to mid, and I'm going to do everything I can to save Upwash. You know, he is pushing up just a little bit too far, and he's going to end up going down. We take out a Willix, something the jungle lady. We take out the jungle lady, and you know, hey, we got to get out of this situation. You know, Thanatos showed up again. He used that ultimate to kind of, you know, reposition himself, which that's great for us. You know, his ultimate, you know, that execute on it is it's so hard to deal with. And if he's using it to close distances, I'm perfectly happy with that because I don't want to get executed. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up red and then head over to our duo lane. You know, Rama's still here. Hopefully we can take him out. You know, I'm kind of pushed him away from the minions. You know, hopefully we can get some damage on him. I didn't realize Cerberus was here, but I go ahead and pop my thorns. So, guys, when you pop thorns, they can't do anything. They just turn around and run. And hey, we were able to take him out. You know, great play all around. And I'm going to just go ahead and shove this lane. Now, Rama, you saw him backing there. I might have been able to do something, but it's not worth, you know, risking everything to get that kill. And you saw Nemesis rotated over. If he would have stopped his back, I'd have been in a 2v1 situation that would have definitely killed me. Now, I do manage to drop our purple, but hey, you know, I need to get out of this situation. Our ADC is here, so hopefully we can make something happen. And, you know, Thanatos, he's not quite as fast as I am, so I'm going to get him stunned. We're going to get him stunned again, and we do work, guys. We do work. I'm going to go ahead and get that major look. Oh, I love this ability, man. And we take him out, and we end up taking out Nemesis as well. We're in a bad situation now, though. Ares did use his ultimate there. You know, it'd have been nice to be able to follow that up, but I am to the point where I don't feel comfortable enough to engage in something like that, so it's best just to leave. Now, since we've taken out both their jungler and their solo laner, you know, that did free us up to take out an objective. And, you know, hey, that's huge. We ended up getting gold. I'm going to go ahead and back. I get some crit online. And, hey, you know, let's just keep pushing. You know, we're having a great match so far. Now, I'm going to use my ultimate here to close that gap onto Nemesis. You know, hopefully we can take her out. Sure enough, we're Mercury, baby. Nemesis can't outrun us. We're able to take her out. You know, that's a huge play. I'm sitting here waiting for Rama to drop back down, and I just wasn't quite fast enough. Feels bad. Ares gets a great ultimate there. I'm going to go ahead and get a stun on Cerberus, and then we take him out. You know, that's huge. Now, he didn't pull Rama, I'm sure, because, you know, he got beads on that. And, you know, hey, that is what it is, but we definitely got a kill. You know, a ultimate for a kill is always worth it. Now, from here, you know, hopefully we can shove this tower. Ares is here, but I'm going to go ahead and just focus on the enemy. We're able to take her out. I dip out a tower just because I thought I had aggro, which I didn't. No big deal. But hey, the enemy team is spawning in. Let's go ahead and back. We've already lost somebody from this situation, so let's get out of here and, you know, maybe clean up their jungle, something like that. Now, after this play, I'm just going to go kind of, you know, clean up the jungles. Clean up both of them. You know, clean up the side objectives, get the buffs, everything like that. I was going to back, but then I said, hey, you know, I'll just stay. You know, I'm plenty healthy. I don't really need to back at this point. And I go ahead and pick up those oracles, and then I get my ultimate charging here, guys. And you can see, you can leave it charging like that. I missed everybody with it, and then I missed everybody with my rush too. Oh, it feels bad, but I gotta get out. You know, I need to leave this situation. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up Thorns, and I throw up my Aegis, and, you know, that does get me out enough to where, you know, I can leave that situation. And, you know, that's just a really bad situation. Just exactly like I said earlier, you know, when you are pushed up to that point, you really need to get out, because chances are all you're going to do is die. Even though we are at a pretty significant advantage at this point, you know, we're really just single targeting people, and you can see here I'm taking tons and tons of damage. I'm going to end up actually going down, and really, you know, we're not really doing anything at that point but fighting. You know, being up in that mid lane, or at that tower, all we're doing is fighting. You know, our ADC is pushing that lane. He was able to take out that other tower, but that aggressive pressure that we're putting up, it's not advancing unless someone else is split pushing. And if someone else is split pushing, you're at a disadvantage when it comes to fighting. So really, you know, all in all, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. My team does make an absolute great job of picking up Pyromancer, and then, you know, now would be a good time to go for something like Fire Giant, but they need to secure this solo lane. Sure enough, they're able to take that Awix? I need to look her name up. But they're able to take her out. But, you know, the kind of opportunity to pick up Fire Giant has passed. Now, once I spawn back in, I'm actually going to just head down mid lane. I did manage to put on Bloodforge, and, you know, I'm starting to put on some armor, which, you know, that'll help. You know, we are getting towards that end game. I like putting armor on as my 5th item, but lately I've been putting it on my 6th because I just don't think about it. I miss everything on this Nemesis. Oh, she did a great job juking me, but, you know, I'm quick. I'm quick. And I've got speed buff, you know, she's not going to be able to get away, and we end up taking her out. Now, from here, I need to head to our duo lane. Unfortunately, you know, our Ares ends up going down. There's a huge team presence, and you can see, once I saw there was a few enemies there, I'm going to leave that. You know, there's no sense in me pushing in there, so I'm just going to kind of hang out under this tower, and there's Cerberus backs, and once he backs, I'm going to go in. Oh, man. We're going to end up getting this Rama. You know, that was just a bad way to back right there. And, you know, Cerberus backing first, you know, there's their tank, and, you know, since I waited as long as I did with that stun, I was able to get Rama, but Thanatos ended up backing, so it was a 1v1 situation. Oh, the plays, baby, the plays. Now, at this point, I really don't like taking out Gold Fury solo, and you'll actually see why here in a second. If I was going in on Gold Fury at that moment, I might have got it. But if you look, their entire team is at Gold Fury right now. And if I would have been fighting Gold Fury, I'd have had a 4-man rotation. They would have definitely taken me out. We ended up ulting in, getting a couple of stuns, and, you know, we're doing work, guys. We are doing work. And again, we don't want to focus on Gold Fury. Focus on the fight. Once the fight is over with, then you can pick up Gold Fury, and that's exactly what we do here, guys. There's a ton of matches that I've played where people just stay on that objective. Guys, you've got to get off of that objective when the enemy shows up, because if you don't, they're going to focus you, kill all of you, and then steal your buff from you. So, really, guys, make sure to fight the enemy, don't fight the objective. Now, coming up is a good example of keeping the pressure up in a good way. Now, my team is shoving the duo lane, and I'm going to head to the solo lane, and I'm going to get an awesome split push going. You know, hopefully we can actually take some of these guys out, or not take some of these guys out, but take some of these objectives out, and you can see my team is keeping up that pressure, and that's huge. That's going to allow me to freely push this tower, and with my damage, I should be able to down this Phoenix. But my team staying in that engagement, the longer they stay there, the more dangerous it is, especially with all 5 of the enemy team up. And you can see here, I'm going in on this tower, or going in on this Phoenix, and we're actually going to be able to wrap this up. And I've got my ADC in mid lane. He's actually taking out the mid lane Phoenix. So we ended up losing our support and our mid laner, but we took out 2 Phoenixes there, and that was because of that pressure. But if you're not getting those split push going, if you're not securing objectives, if you're just pushed up to their tower, you know, we would have lost those two, you know, we would have lost 2 people for nothing. So really, when you keep that pressure up, you need to make sure your team is putting pressure up elsewhere. Now I'm actually going to head over to our solo lane, or our duo lane. We're gonna delete the Thanatos, you know. Guan Yu, Genghis Khan, he's here. Oh, we delete him. And Cerberus doesn't stand a chance either. We're able to get an awesome double kill. We saved our solo laner's life right there. Oh man, Thanatos was getting ready to put some work on him, but hey, you know, that was an awesome rotation. We were able to take him out, and you know, we've got 2 of their towers down, guys. This is huge. Or 2 of their Phoenixes rather, and this is absolutely huge. We're in a very good spot right now, and you know, we just kind of need to wait for everybody to get situated. We've had a lot of people go back to base. Let's kind of wait for everybody to stack up, and then we can start making plays. Now from here, I'm going to secure my yellow camp, and then I'm going to back. I end up getting that Potion of Magical Might, and hey, you know, it's a great time to go on Fire Giant. Let's go ahead and take it out. You know, we had our team collapsed, and then my team goes and pushes the solo lane. So again, guys, I'm going to split push. As an assassin, I am not a toe-to-toe fighter. I want to fight you when you're at a disadvantage. I never want to go toe-to-toe with you. And you can see this split push, it was absolutely huge. You know, that was a huge split push, and it allowed my team to not only get into tower, but it allowed me to get my minions, you know, the mid lane minions there as well. And, you know, great. We're able to take out Thanatos. We're able to take out Cerberus. We take out the Titan. Great game. We ended up 14-3 or 14-2 and 13. Great game. I absolutely love Mercury, and I got my awesome guitar riff in the background. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this Mercury guide. I really hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, show me some love. Leave me a comment. Think about subscribing. Add me on Smite, guys. I'd love to play with some of y'all. And we do have that clan, Scurvy Dog Crew. Feel free to join, guys. Well, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.